So I realized the Winter Revival Challenge officially is over. Interest sort of dropped off. But, you know what? I just want to put a big thank you out there to everyone that was involved with it. Because it's very hard to continue these things. It's very hard to run a contest and to judge a contest. You know, for those of us who have tried to do it or done it, we all know how hard it is to try to keep up with everyone and your life. It's hard enough to keep up with your own life and your own weight loss stuff, right? To include 30 other people and try to track it is ridiculously hard. You know, I don't think anyone who has done one, has started one, has really been able to track it the way they originally intended. But I just want to say thank you for putting it out there, because what it did do is it got a bunch of us back in the game, and that's super important, right? Because even though officially contest ended and officially Shayloss ended last year, right? A lot of us are still here because of that, right? And even if there's no real finish, no real winner, it's not true, because we all are. Because if all of us who participate get to a place that is better than where we were when we started, it propels us forward, it moves us forward, and it puts us in a better place health-wise, puts us in a better place mentally. It gives us new friends to, you know, compete with and to learn from and teach, and that is the importance, right? That is the stuff that matters. We learn so much. I've learned so much from different YouTubers who have posted what they do online, right? And some of you guys I've built a really cool, albeit online, relationship with. And if you were to not make another video and I'd never hear from you again, I would be sad, right? Now there's some of you guys out there who you posted once in a while and I'm like, yeah, that's cool, but we haven't built a relationship. And it'd still be sad if you went away. But without these contests, I wouldn't have these relationships, right? And, you know, some of you guys I consider friends, like, and I know that sounds weird because, you know, it's online and they're just people who you share a piece of your life with, what you want us to see, or in some cases what you don't want us to see. And it's easier to do it that way, right? You wouldn't get up in church, dance around in your wife's shirt. I wouldn't. That's because everyone at the church knows I do it online and they can come and watch me awkwardly online. Sickos. Right, so I just want to say thank you. And for those that are continuing to post stuff on the Facebook group, thank you. It's inspiring to see you guys continue, because you don't want to give up. Just because something ends doesn't mean your weight loss journey ends, right? To become a better you is a daily process, right? It is daily steps, small steps every day in the right direction will get you to your goal. Sometimes it'll get you there in the time you've allowed, and sometimes you've got unrealistic time frames. There's no such thing as an unrealistic goal, only unrealistic time frames, right? So I want to be a millionaire, but I'm not going to do it this week or this month, right? I want to be 180 pounds with abs and pecs that are visible, but I'm not going to do that this week or this month. But if I continue to do the small things daily that move me in that direction, that being a little more exercise, a lot less bad food, better food for me, and stuff that fights fat, you know, over time I can get to the place where I want to be. Now, you can speed up the time frames by committing your whole to it. But if you have a family or school or businesses or a life outside the gym, you're going to find that more difficult. If you can actually dedicate 3 months of your life solid to going to the gym 4 or 5 hours a day, guaranteed you can become a whole different person in a short period of time. But for the rest of us who do not have the luxury of time and or the money for gyms or trainers or whatever it is you're paying for to get it done, lipo, then we have to go the other route, which is small steps daily. If you fail, you fail, you get up and you fix it the next day, right? You don't fall off the wagon and be like, oh, I suck. No, you just get up and you do it. And do it, and do it, and do it. And be grateful that you're alive today to do the things you get to do, to make your body better, to be here tomorrow. For you, for your family, for your loved ones, right? Because there's no point us just giving up. Even though I know I joke and I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. The reality is, it's not always about me, right? Because if it was just about me, I'd be like, well, whatever. I'd be off gallivanting around the world. I'd be, you know, we'd be doing vlogs from bars in Tahiti or something, right? If I didn't have anyone to think about but me, then what do I care? But the reality is I do. I have a family. I have commitments. I have 3 beautiful girls and a beautiful wife who I need to be here for, to help provide for, to train them, to teach them in the way they should go, lest they not be fat like daddy, right? So we have commitments, whether you like it or not, that are greater than just what you want. What you want has made you fat. So maybe, don't say, no, I'm genetically fat. No, you're not, right? If you're a slug, you're genetically fat. Everyone else may be predisposed to becoming fat, but it doesn't mean you gotta go snort French fries, right? And I wouldn't recommend that unless you powder it, because real French fries, if you get them right out of the fryer, it hurts, and then you don't get that immediate rush. You get a different rush to the sink where, oh, water, oh, I shouldn't have snorted that French fry. I have no idea why you guys still watch this stuff, but I thank you, right? Find the reason you need to lose the weight. Find the reason you need to become healthy, because it's much bigger than you, yes, selfish oaf. Talk to me, right? It's true. You know, if it was only up to us, who cares, right? My life, I can wreck it if I wanted. But when you have a family, when you have people that love you, right? It's just selfish to take yourself down a self-destructive path of gluttony. It is. Besides, if you die and I don't get to see you anymore, I miss you. I'd be like, hey, they used to make videos, they were awesome and fun and uplifting and blah, blah, blah. Now they're not, because they're not there. I don't know. I love you guys. I just want to see us all healthy. And some of you guys are doing so good, and some of you guys struggle so much. And if you're struggling, I want to know why you're struggling. I want to know what the things are that are... I'm really good at problem solving, right? Figuring out the root cause of why we have the behavior we do is important, right? Because sometimes it's not, maybe it's not the food. Maybe there's something else, a different trigger in your life. Until you know what that trigger is that makes you think, oh, I'm going to have 12 boxes of Oreos right now and maybe eat a pig. Not even cook the pig, just like a random pig. You're walking down the street, there's a pig, and you're like, right? If you do that, you may have a problem. I'm just saying. I'm not judging them. I'm saying, let's find you some help. Let's find the root cause of it, right? Because that's probably the issue. There's certain buttons in people's lives that send you to the trough. Send you to the trough. Wow. But it's true, right? And there you go, and you go and gorge yourself. You know, we did a Chinese buffet last week, and my goodness, I was like, oh, look at all this food, it's free, boys! And then I had to ask everyone else to leave the restaurant. I'm like, hey, you can't have that! I paid for this for me. The lady was like, I already paid for my wonton. Like, put it back, buffet, fat man's here. Scary, right? And you know, like all the Chinese people, they know martial arts and stuff, right? So you're like, you don't want to mess with them. Oh, look at that, it's a goat. I know it might not be special to you, but I've only seen goats, like mountain goats out here a couple of times. I'm not sure I can hunt here, but goats, yummy. Some of you guys are like, oh yes, it's gross, you're evil, shut up, you eat McDonald's. My food dies nicer than your food. My food lives nicer than your food. Don't judge me, you meat-eating, leather-wearing punk. I know, right? Yeah. That's me getting all defensive. I love you guys. Just be healthy. Continue. I know even if you don't want to do it, right? Refine that reason. Refine the reason why you're doing it. Because that why is so important. Watch my why video. My why video is a good one. I love you guys. Bye-bye.